If you want plenty of horsepower but don't want to spend buckets of cash, these new cars, trucks, and SUVs all have a price of under $30,000 and will add some muscle into your experience behind the wheel. The Ford Mustang EcoBoost. With an MSRP of $25,845, this car gives you the iconic pony with all the horses. The 2.3-liter EcoBoost engine squeezes out 310 horsepower and 350 foot-pounds of torque. The Chevrolet Camaro. You're not going to be running 11s in the quarter mile, but for a starting MSRP of $25,905, you get 275 horsepower and 295 foot-pounds of torque. The Dodge Challenger. The bottom trim, called SXT, clocks in at $27,295 MSRP. For that price, you can get a 3.6-liter V6 with 305 horsepower and 268 foot-pounds of torque. The Jeep Wrangler. It packs a 3.6-liter V6 with 285 horsepower and 260 foot-pounds of torque, enough to power through mud, snow, and more, all for a starting MSRP of $27,495. The Chevrolet Traverse. The bottom trim with no option starts at $29,930, but you'll get 3 rows of seating, a decent cargo area, plenty of comfortable designs, and a pretty powerful 3.6-liter V6 engine with 310 horsepower and 266 foot-pounds of torque. The Ford Focus ST. You can scoop up this hot hatch for a mere $25,170 and get the 2-liter EcoBoost engine with a very nice 252 horsepower and 270 foot-pounds of torque. The Nissan 370Z. It's a great option for cheap power. The base version has an MSRP of $29,990 and packs a 3.7-liter V6. Peak output is impressive at 332 horsepower and 270 foot-pounds of torque. The Honda Ridgeline. Relatively affordable and powerful. You can pick up the RT trim for $29,990 MSRP. A 3.5-liter V6 pulses out 280 horsepower and 262 foot-pounds of torque. The Dodge Charger. If you're on a budget, the SXT trim clocks in at $28,995 MSRP for plenty of cheap power with a 3.6-liter V6 engine tuned to provide a stout 300 horsepower and 264 foot-pounds of torque. The Chevrolet Silverado 1500. If you select the work truck trim with 2-wheel drive, regular cab, and standard box, this truck will MSRP at $29,795. Under the hood, you get a 4.3-liter Ecotec 3 V6 engine with 285 horsepower plus 305 foot-pounds of torque on tap. The Ford F-150. For $27,705, you can pick up this truck's base trim that packs a 3.3-liter V6 engine with a peak 290 horsepower and 265 foot-pounds of torque. The Chrysler Pacifica. What you might not realize is that this minivan also provides lots of power for cheap. The L trim comes in at $26,995 MSRP, and the LX hits $29,795 for 2 deals under the $30,000 cap. The Dodge Grand Caravan. This budget-friendly option has a decent amount of power and plenty of space. The SE trim starts at $26,250 with a 3.6-liter V6 engine that puts 283 horsepower at your disposal. Thanks for watching. Click subscribe for more Insider Car News videos.